right, comfortable seat. Easy pose. Shoulders down, hands in your lap. Soft eyes closed. Your tongue rests on the roof of your mouth. Begin to breathe in and out of your nose. Try breathing in for 4 and out for 6. Continue to take deep breaths and lift your hands to heart center. Bring to mind anyone you'd like to dedicate your practice to tonight. And then just let your eyes flutter open. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Bring them up, back, and down. Good, bring them up, back, and down. And then bring them back, up and around and down. Bring your scapulas together, shoulder shrug, and then around in front. And one more. Good. And then we're gonna come right over to tabletop and get right into some cat-cow action here. So wrists beneath your shoulders, drop your belly, lift your tail, lift your gaze a little bit, and then exhale round and start these small, easing into them. I know some of you have a bit of sitting to do during the day. Just ease into your movement. And if at any point something doesn't feel good, take a rest or simply go right into child's pose. If the cat-cows are feeling good, you can start to increase the range of motion. Make them a little bigger. Good, we're gonna wag your tail a little bit. So bring that puppy energy in. You're gonna look over one shoulder, look towards your foot, come back through center, look over the other shoulder. Just allow your hips to move. A little bit like wagging your tail. Good. And then from here, we're gonna come down and lie on one side. Lay on my right side to start. We're gonna do a little shoulder mobility here before we get started. So my hands are pancaked together, palms together, head is resting completely down. Then I'm gonna take my top arm and drag the fingertips all the way around. Let your hands come all the way to the outside edge of your mat and then retrace and come all the way back to where you started. You can take these as slow as you like and hover and stay in any spot that feels really good. If your chest is tight, it may feel great to just lie here with your arms out like a T. You may have another spot that feels a little bit stuck. Give a little more with your breath to any of those spots that feel a little bit stuck. Good, and then come right onto your back and come onto the other side, and we'll take it on the other side as well. Dragging the fingertips, making a halo around your head, reaching to touch the outside edge of your mat, and then slowly coming back. Good. Once you finish the one that you're on, you're gonna come onto your back, hug your knees in with both hands and just rock side to side a couple times. And then you're gonna look toward the ceiling, look towards your knees, bring your chin to your chest, lift your head, and then hug yourself in nice and close. And then from here, rock up to your sacrum, and then rock back to your shoulder blades. Rock up, keep your chin tucked, and rock back. Rock it up, and back. Bring it up, and back. Next one, we're gonna go all the way to standing. Bring it up. Come on up to stand, and stand at the top of your mat. Just a little bit here. Stand at the top of your mat, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale as you fold forward. From here, inhale to a halfway lift, and then hands to your mat, step back to high plank. From your high plank, separate your shoulder blades a lot. We're gonna take it to your knees for a moment here, lower down all the way, lift up to a cobra, and then lower down. Then push to your knees, tuck your toes, and press back to down dog. And just hang out in down dog for a few breaths and start to pedal out your dog a little bit. Shoulders down away from your ears. As much knee bend as you need. And then walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Bend as much as you need and hang heavy in ragdoll. Good, release your hands. Bring them to your lower back. Interlace your hands. And let your hands fall away from your back. Just let your eyes look through the legs toward whatever's behind you. Maybe it's your yoga buddy, maybe it's your couch or your fire. Good, release that. And then slowly bring it all the way up to standing. Good, stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, step back to high plank. Good, nice long upper back, long across the shoulder blades. You can go to your knees right here, or you can stay at your hands. I want you to find a neutral pelvis there. So feel your core fired up on the front side. And then lower down halfway. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. And then exhale, slowly make your way to down dog. You can take your time on those. For a little more burn, a little more demand for the core, or you can go a little more quickly. You can choose what feels best for you tonight. Take a look at your hands. Fingers spread wide, middle finger facing forward. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it through, and then take the left knee down. Rise up to half kneeling. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sink that right knee, send it forward. Extend this left hip. Relax the shoulders. And then start to lift your heart up. Kind of lift your diaphragm up off the abs. Lift the heart, soften here through the breastbone. And then release that a little bit. Come back out of that back bend. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, come into it a second time. Maybe keeping your hands down or perhaps lifting them up. Good, we're gonna let the hands come all the way down. Frame that right foot. Keep the left hand down and stretch your right arm up. You can stay here or tuck the left toes and lift that left knee up and away. Maybe even wrap the right arm behind your back. Good, then reach the right arm up high. Let the right hand come down. Left knee comes back down. Our hands are framing that foot. We're gonna walk the right foot forward, come to the heel, and come into the half split. Forgot to get my blocks set up here. And the hamstrings definitely need that these days. Not stretching them enough. So ease into this and focus on a long spine, even if that means using blocks or something to lift the floor a little closer to you. Long, deep breaths. Still trying to lengthen the exhale a little bit more than that inhale. Good, soften. Take the right foot to the mat. Hands to the mat, tuck the left toes, step the right leg back, step it high. Good, you can keep it high here or lower it down. We're gonna shift forward into a high plank. Separate the shoulder blades, neutral pelvis, really strong here. Take your time, lower down halfway. Inhale as you come through to cobra or upward facing. And then exhale, slowly shift to downward dog. Take a deep breath. Mindful of your dedication tonight. Never too late to set one. It never has to be just one person. Your energy and your love is limitless. And so therefore, your dedications can be too. Take another deep breath here. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale as you step it through and take the right knee down. Rise to half kneel. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the left knee forward. Start to lift your heart up. And then come out of that back bend a little bit. Back to a neutral torso. We'll go into it again. Sink that, reach the left knee forward. Lift your heart. Maybe go a little further with the hands or lift them up and back. And then let the hands come down. Frame your left foot. Keep the right hand planted. Step your left or reach the left arm up. And then here you can lift that knee if you like. You can wrap that arm behind your back. Left arm lifts and the left hand comes down. Take the right knee back down and then shift your hips toward the back of your mat. Left foot comes forward a little bit, come to your heel. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold over your left leg. Breathe energy and space into your hamstrings. Try to let go of your day a little bit. Allow yourself to be present. Notice what you feel in your body. Good, ease up. Left foot to the mat. Tuck the right toes. Step your left leg back. Shift forward into high plank. Good, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, slowly come to down dog. Another deep breath here. We'll come into warrior one on the right side. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale as you step it through. And then rise up for warrior one. Your hips and your shoulders shine toward the front of your mat. Good, then we're gonna lower the arms. Interlace your hands behind your back and lift your heart again as you reach your hands back along your left leg. And then slowly let your right shoulder and your head come to the inside of that right knee. Hands stay connected and they fall away from your back. Good, then release your hands and pivot on your left foot to let it face forward. Come down to your left knee. And then right here, we're gonna breathe a little bit and maybe go deeper depending on how you're feeling. So this might feel like plenty of a stretch for your right inner hip. You might feel like you need more. If that's you, you can come down further, either onto a block or onto your forearms on the mat. So you can play with it a little bit and see what feels best. This is pretty intense on your inner hip, depending on flexibility. Good, breathe where you are. You can also choose to elbow bend if the forearms don't quite make it to the mat. Good. And come back up to your hands if you're not already there. And then tuck the left toes under. And from here, I'm going to face the back of you for a moment. I'm going to plant the left hand and step my right leg back so it stacks on top of the left and take a side plank. Now to modify this, I could take the left knee down with the right leg extended, right arm up. Or again, the wrists can be stacked with the shoulders and the feet stacked as well. Come back through center. Take it halfway down. Inhale through. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take warrior one on the left side. Lift your leg and then step it through. Dial the right heel down and rise up. Good, lower your arms, interlace your hands, and reach your hands back along the right leg. Lift your heart up. And then start to slowly descend into humble warrior. Left shoulder and head to the inside of the left knee. Hands fall away from your back. And then release your hands and pivot on the right foot. Let the right knee come down. So my left shoulder is just on the inside of my left foot, left knee. I'm going to try to keep my spine as long as I can here. And just like before, this might feel like enough right here for your adductors, your inner thigh muscles. You may feel like you need more, and if that's you, the block is available. If you have one, try to keep your spine long. Or maybe go further to the forearms. Come back up to your hands. Tuck the right toes. We go into that side plank again. So we swing the left leg back. Open up the hips and stack the wrist right beneath the shoulder. Modify, you can take the right knee down. You're gonna press the hips up toward the sky. Stack your feet if you can, left on top of the right. And come back through center. Nice, straight, long line of energy. Take it down halfway. Inhale, lift. And then come all the way back to child's pose. Good, take another deep breath there. And when you're ready, come up through table, tuck your toes and press back to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it through. So you're in a low lunge here, runner's lunge. We're gonna get light in our fingertips and lift the arms up. Good. Relax the shoulders. Good. And then lower your arms down, reach your hands behind you. Let your heart shift forward, right over the quad. And then reach your arms up high again. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, reach the hands back. Then inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back. One more. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, reach back. You're gonna lift the arms back up high again. And then this time, we're gonna shift into a balance, lifting the left knee straight up toward the ceiling. Arms can lower. We'll do a standing balance hip stretch. We're gonna let the left ankle rest right above the right. Reach the arms out in front and sink our hips down toward the mat. Good, then slowly rise. Lift the right knee, hands come down, and then reach back behind with your left hand to grab hold of your left foot. Now, find a little bit of heaviness in your tailbone. Let your tailbone tuck under a little bit there. And just feel a pretty simple quad stretch. Keep your knees close together. Good, then release that. Before we go further, we'll practice that one again and maybe take it further into a dancer if you're feeling it. So if you want to hold the back of a couch or a chair or a wall or something nearby, have it close. So you probably could feel the difference when you let your tailbone get heavy there in that quad stretch. That's a good thing. That's when some people have an aha moment and they start to realize, okay, now I can actually feel it up the front of my leg. So if that hasn't happened for you yet, try tucking the tail under and adjusting your pelvis. Then start to play with where you hold your foot. You can hold it where you like best. I was taught and prefer to take my thumb on the bottom with my fingers wrapped around the inside edge. And then I lift the right arm, and I've got that leverage now of the left hand to lift up. Take your time. When you feel a little fiery in that right leg, you can take that left foot down and then just give it some love. Roll at the ankle a few times, flex your foot and point it. Good. And then at the top of your mat, find the top wherever you are. Hands at heart center. Inhale, reach high. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Take it down. Inhale, lift. Shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Come into that low runner's lunge first. We lift the left leg, step it through, and then find some length here. So roll the shoulders back, lengthen your spine, send energy into that right knee and lift the knee up and away. Nice and light in the fingers and the arms lift up. We're gonna follow that little breathing pattern. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, we send the fingertips back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fingertips reach back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, reach back. Good, little pause, arms reach up. And then we're gonna step forward, lift the right knee, lift it up high, and then let your left ankle, or the right ankle, rest above the left knee and sink down to balance. Good, lower your hips toward the mat. Feel the stretch in the outer hip and glute on the right side. And then slowly rise, lift that right knee up, and then reach it back and grab a hold with your right hand. Find a heaviness, a little bit of a tailbone tuck here. Left hand just hanging out. Breathe into your quads, hip flexors. Good, release that. Shake out the left leg a little bit if you need to. And then we'll go into it on the other side when you're ready. Again, hold on to something if you need to. Reach back. Allow the tailbone to tuck under a little bit. Rotate that right hand if you like. A little too close to the wall here, so I'm gonna step back. Left arm lifts, and then slowly kick into dancer. Good, slowly release, lift it up, and then put it back down. Good, stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Take it down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. From here, from downward facing dog, we're gonna come into warrior two. Lift the right leg. Step your right foot toward your right hand. Back heel spins down and your arms spin up. Good. Flip the right palm, reverse your warrior. Good. Spin it back to that warrior two. And then straighten your right leg. Shorten your stance a little bit for triangle. Right arm reaches forward and down. Left arm lifts up. Option to take that arm behind your back for a little bit more if you'd like. And then lift the left arm. Let the left hand come down as you pivot on that left foot. Step the right leg back and make your way to down dog the way that feels best right now. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step into warrior two. Flip your left palm, reverse it. Good, come back into warrior two. And then straighten the left leg to shift the right hip back, the left arm forward, come into triangle. Good, release, reach that right arm up. Let the right hand come down. Pivot on the right foot. Step your left leg back. Good, high to low plank. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, guys, one of my favorites, though I didn't think I'd ever say this one day. We're gonna come into half pigeon. I know some of you prefer taking that figure four stretch on your back. You're welcome to do that. When you're ready, we're gonna bring one foot, the right foot forward, send the left leg back. If you choose to do it this way. And I'm gonna spend a little extra time to wiggle and try to send the left leg a little further behind me. Relax the shoulders. Use a blanket or a towel or a pillow underneath your right hip if you need to. There's nothing wrong with needing to. And when you're ready, you're gonna come down to your forearms. And then from there, try to slowly ease your arms forward and let your forehead come to the mat. Start to make your way back up. And then if you're on your back, stay there and switch sides. If you're in the half pigeon, you can lean onto the right hip and swing the left leg around. And then slowly make your way, tucking the right leg back and setting yourself up on the second side. Take your time. Send the right leg back as far as you can. I'll even look over the right shoulder from time to time. Just make sure that my foot is straight in line with my leg. And then sit up nice and proud. And then slowly come down. Good. Take another breath there. And then start to bring your body out of it. Lean onto that left hip, swing the right leg around. If you're on your back, you can meet us in a seat here with bent knees. You're gonna roll the shoulders back, open up through your collarbone here. Find your sacrum, the flat part of your spine to rest on. And then lift both legs up. Lengthen your spine. So create a V with your torso and your quads. Good. Then we're gonna make peace fingers and go through the legs, bend the knees, and take the peace fingers on our big toes. Try to create a long spine. And then one at a time, or maybe at the same time, you can extend your legs out to the sides. And you're going to use your hands to gently pull the big toes wider. And feel a stretch in your inner hips, inner thighs. Set the shoulders down. Good. And then bring your heels back together. Hands come around on the outside again. Hands on the backs of your legs, on your hamstrings. Good. And then reach your arms out in front. You can stay here, or you can straighten your legs. Breathe. Good. Reach your arms up, and then slowly come down to the mat. Good. From there, bend both knees and arms at your sides. Be your hip width distance. Try to see if you can reach your foot with your hand. You're gonna tuck the tail under, keep going, press into the heels and lift up to bridge. And then slowly come on back down. Good. Hug both knees in. Little rock side to side. And then stretch your left leg long. Hug the right knee in. And then gently, slowly take that right arm out to the side and let your left hand guide that right leg across your body. Good. Come back through center. Extend the right leg. Bring your left knee in. Hug it in. Left arm out to the side. Right hand guides the left leg across. Good. Come back through center. Extend your left leg long. And then let your arms extend and get ready for Shavasana. You might need to add a layer because as you slow down, your temperature drops a little bit. So if you want to put on a layer, put on your socks, grab a blanket, grab what you need to be comfortable. Okay. We're going to do an elements meditation. And from here, once you're lying down and comfortable and feeling the work from your practice, kind of let your body settle. Essentially, all the physical practice is getting you ready for this part. That part is important. We need that for our physical body to be strong and healthy. But ultimately, the purpose of it is to tire us out a little bit, keep us healthy and strong, and get us ready to tune inward. So I'd like you to begin, we'll focus on the earth element, and wherever you are, your eyes are closed, you're focusing on your breath and your body, and you're just letting yourself be guided by my voice as much as that is possible in your environment. So focus on the heaviness of your physical body. Feel your bones and structure that support your body. And then focus on your body being rooted to the earth beneath you. Begin to feel the heaviness of this as if someone was pulling you down onto the earth by an invisible force of gravity. And dissolve. And then we'll shift to the water element. Focus on the liquid, the element of liquid. The water element. Take it in the form of a large body of water. And now imagine yourself within that body of water, floating, feeling weightless, as if your movements are effortless. Feel all the flowing substances inside your body and all around your body in water that's flowing inside you, and become one with the water. and dissolve. Now for the fire element. Focus on a fire in front of you, a warm, flickering fire, and the heat of that fire. Imagine you can feel the heat coming from the fire and it begins to warm your body. Concentrate on that space below your navel. Feel the warmth in your core. Spread the warmth of the fire throughout every part of your body. Dissolve. From there, we shift to the air element. Feel the inner air inside of you. Focus on the air moving in and out of with your breath. Feel your breath as it takes in the air as your chest rises. And then as your chest falls, feel the air leave your body. Focus on that feeling. Dissolve. Space. Focus on a vast open space, as big as the sky or the universe. Place yourself in that wide open space. Think about how the body has the ability to move through space. Focus on the space. That space around you and the spaciousness of it all. Feel yourself floating there. Allow it to dissolve. And lastly, consciousness. Focus on everything that is your reality, is a phenomena in your mind. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, and even the space around you. Allow that to become empty and let them dissolve one by one. Understand that this is an appearance of what we think we should be. Let dissolve until nothing is left. Focus on that emptiness. Allow all thoughts, any visualization to dissolve around you. Let it all go. Move your fingers and toes slowly. Roll over to one side. Push yourself up to a comfortable seat. We'll close our practice tonight with a loving kindness meditation. Take a deep breath in, and then say to yourself, may they have happiness and the causes of happiness. Repeat for the next 3 breaths. May all of you have happiness and the causes of happiness. Namaste.